Welcome back. Many people take aspirin daily in the hopes it can prevent a heart attack, but the Food and Drug Administration says not so fast. Here to tell us about a new consumer alert is Dr. Stanley Wang. He's a cardiologist at the Heart Hospital of Austin. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me back.
Thank you for being here. So clear up this confusion and the study that's out there.
Well, so the controversy involves whether patients who have never had any heart disease should take aspirin. For many years we've tried to do everything possible to kind of lower the risk of heart attacks because heart disease is still the #1 killer in our country. And the most common cause is a clot that forms in an artery. So taking a blood thinner like aspirin should lower that risk, and we've given that to many patients in the past. But it's becoming more evident now that the benefit of aspirin is that it's a blood thinner, and the drawback is that it's a blood thinner. And if you just take aspirin, if you don't need it, you have a greater risk of a bleeding complication. So we kind of have to target who gets aspirin a little bit better. And so what the FDA is saying is don't just give it to just anyone. The opposite of that, the flip side of that is that it's very clear that patients who have had a heart attack or who have plaque in their bodies definitely benefit from aspirin because it prevents clots from forming on top of those plaques. And I don't want that to get lost in kind of this controversy because studies have shown that only about half of patients who actually need aspirin get it. So that's a big problem.
Okay, so what I'm hearing you say is aspirin is not a fix-all for everyone. Now you kind of have to target who can benefit from it and who it might not benefit or who it might harm.
That's right. So if you don't have any heart disease to speak of, it might hurt you to take aspirin. On the other hand, heart disease remains the #1 killer, and if you're trying to avoid that first heart attack, you have to remember all the other things that are still very important in preventing heart attacks, such as healthy diet, healthy exercise, avoidance of tobacco, those kinds of things, controlling blood pressure and cholesterol. And just last week there was another study that shows that patients who do these heart scans that look for plaque buildup, if they find plaque buildup, those might actually be the ones who benefit from aspirin versus those who don't benefit. So like at the Heart Hospital of Austin, we do the Heart Saver CT. That helps people find plaque at an early phase, and those might actually be the patients who benefit from aspirin.
And we were talking during the commercial break, those who have already had a heart attack might benefit more from aspirin.
Absolutely right. That message must not get lost in this controversy. If you've had a first heart attack or a stroke, you're most likely to benefit from aspirin, and you should be on it unless there's a reason not to be.
Okay, all righty, Dr. Wang, thank you so much for being here this morning. Good information.
Right.
We're going to put that on our website as well at KXAN.com. It should be up a little bit later this morning.